Jack is asking, which test is easier, the ACT or the SAT? All right, so this is a great question, and we do get this question a lot. We got this question a couple weeks ago. So let me explain which one's easier. The answer to that question is neither. It depends. It depends on the student. There are students who find the SAT easier. There are students who find the ACT easier. It all depends on where your strengths and weaknesses lie. There are students who are better at, reading and comprehension. There are students who, find having a science section like the one that is located inside the ACT exam, they find that as an advantage rather than it being a disadvantage. There are students who hear science section and they freeze and they rather take the SAT. So it depends on the student, right? There, as I said, the ACT exam has a whole science section inside of it, and students sometimes get scared from this section because they say, "Oh, I'm not good in science." But to be honest, the science section is not really in-depth biology or physics. It's more critical thinking based. But there are some students who thrive. As a matter of fact, when I was in high school, I actually was a little worried because I wasn't that great in science. I took the ACT and the SAT, and I realized, actually, the ACT is better for me. For some reason, I was able to understand and perform better in this exam, even in the science section. So it depends on the student. Jack, the best tip that I can give you in order to find which test is best for you, which test is easier for you, is to take practice exams to figure out, all right, once I took these 2 practice exams, I felt more comfortable taking this one over the other one. So I'm going to dedicate my entire energy to study for this one exam rather than the other one. That is the biggest piece of advice that I can give you. And actually, the piece of advice that we give to our students inside of Best College Aid. Find which test, and this is done by trial and error, taking mock tests, which you can find online. Figure out, okay, you know what? I'm going to do this mock exam and this one. Dedicate maybe a weekend or 1 weekend one, and then the next weekend I'll practice the other one and see which one you felt more comfortable with, which one you perform better in, and stick to that one. All right? So hopefully that answered your question, Jack. I also invite you to our free training. Again, link to this video description, and you can understand a little bit more of the college planning process.